Hi brothers and sisters, Kim Samples, handyman and ceiling construction worker here. But anyway, this is a ceiling that I did 2 or 3 years ago, and this is our living room ceiling. This is the that had the old swirl texture on it, and this is the ceiling fan that was in the living room, or one similar to it. So anyway, I'm going to do a slideshow, and these are mainly pictures, but I'm going to walk you through and show you how I constructed this ceiling, give you an idea of something that you could do yourself. So here we go. We're going to start with this is the living room right in here, and this is a doorway going into our dining room. So what I did first is I took down all the old sheetrock and the insulation, and this is the front door over here. This is the stairway going up here. You still see some of the old sheetrock. I didn't take this down. So then we went to this is an entertainment center that we left in the living room. So I'm going to suggest, if you can, on any time you do a construction like this, is to get all your furniture out, because it makes it a lot easier. For some reason we didn't have any place to put the furniture, so I just left it in the room and did all the work. So don't do that if at all possible. Save you some headache and time and a little aggravation. So anyway, here's the sofa. We left the sofa in there, we covered them up, and then this is still going to the dining room. All the ceiling joists there, the ductwork here, electrical box, that's where the ceiling fan was hanging. Here's the entertainment center still here. Ductwork hanging down there. I tied it all up so it didn't hang down. This is our rafters, the roof rafters. So I cut all the everything out. And then this is a extra air duct that I had going out to the garage that I'd put in a long time before. So here's the entertainment center still here. Starting to make a box to box out the for the cove ceiling. This is the upstairs bedroom, and it came out over the top here a little bit, so we put in some braces here to hold that weight up. This kind of gave us a different perspective of the way the ceiling's going to look, because it's going to give us another step up. All the electrical lines, had to relocate those to get those out of the way, so that's another thing you want to think about when you're doing a ceiling like this. Anyway, we've got the electrical lines out of the way. We started doing the boxing in stuff here. Started boxing in up here, putting a little bit of the cove in. I'm doing the curved coves on this particular ceiling. And let's see, the next step is we've got some sheetrock coming in here. We've got a step up here. We've got a 2x4 here. We've got the cove going up here, and then we're going to have another flat spot, and then we're going to another cove up here. So it's going to be 2 coves and a lot of step ups. So actually it's a kind of a tray cove ceiling. Not really a tray, more, I guess it's a combination of tray and cove. So anyway, here's the back corner, here's the stairs, working on putting the sheetrock on. Marked out the door here. That I wanted to cut the door that was going into the dining room, make it a little bit different. Have already sheetrocked here, put some corner bead on here. Here's looking from the dining room back into the living room here, so you can see how I've cut this out and put a new beam there. And then we've sheetrocked it here and put some corner bead on there and got that kind of started. Let's see, and then I put new windows in the front while we were here. We had 2 windows, so I added a 3rd window, so we put 3 windows in there. We had 2, I guess they were probably 2 foot by 5 foot, and these are 2 feet by 3 feet, I think, or 2 feet by 6 feet. So we put in quite a bit more windows in the living room. See, here we go. Right there, and this is the outside. And then we're going to come, there's some more windows. Now we're back in the house, and you can see how it boxed in here, boxed up here, boxed here. So the coves are going to start. Here's the upper cove, then we're going to have another cove here, and you can see here's the boxes. Here's the floor from the upstairs bedroom. Here's the first cove here. Ductwork I put in up here. Put new ductwork. Here's a new outlet box for the ceiling fan. Bolted that on real heavy. It's got 2x6 brace up there to carry the weight, because this ceiling fan is one I've had for 20 some odd years. It's a heavy ceiling fan. When you'll see it when we get to it. So anyway, still have the entertainment center there covered up. Don't do that. Move it out of the way. So here's the ductwork. Got it all in. The light box. The first cove pieces going in. The second cove. Here's the first cove. Then we put the second cove in. So we got a double cove. So, and here's the double cove again coming up. Putting the pieces in. I used a laminate plywood. It's a 1/4 inch, or I think it's less, maybe an 1/8 inch. So it'd been real easy, and screwed it on. You can buy these pieces in a kit, and I just thought, well, I'll save myself some little bit of money and make my own, which I did. The only thing is, some of the corner pieces are a little more tricky to make, and you can kind of see here I didn't do a real good job there, but it turned out okay at the end. But you may want to buy the pieces that I don't know what the name of the company is, but they have cove kits that you can get already made, the pieces made. So anyway, we got some sheetrock going on around the outside of the trays. Got the coves here, and this little piece here, this is 1/4 inch ply, 1/4 inch sheetrock, and I wetted it, soaked it a little bit so it would bend and curve up into the cove there. So putting in little pieces here, got all the pieces here, got the trays in, the sheetrock going on. So anyway, here's some more pieces. You know, I put in a lot of screws to keep it in place. Here's all this back by the door, so you can see all the pieces there. Got pieces going in there, coming around, up, more pieces, sheetrocking going. Back to the dining room, you can see where we've cut that out and how that's turning out. Sofa right in the way, still in the way, so don't do what I did. Tell you that many times, so you don't, so maybe you'll listen, not do what I did. Anyway, ductwork there, putting in the sheetrock little pieces at a time. Looking good. Getting close to the last few pieces coming in. So we're getting closer and closer to getting all the sheetrock done. Took me about a month to do this complete ceiling from beginning to end. Working on it most every day to some amount of hours. Started the taping bed here and getting it kind of ready, getting closer and closer to getting texture. Here's the entertainment center, the windows over here. So you can see all the metal corner edging that I put on. You didn't need it, but I put it up there anyway. I just did a little extra, so it's not like anybody's going to bump a corner up there. Okay, now we've got it tape embedded in pretty much. It's looking like a ceiling, getting closer, getting some more. You can see all the angles and the indentions, the cove. I put this light here thinking I was going to do something with it, and wound up taking that completely out, so we didn't even use it. Here it is. There's the little wire that I took both these wires out. I didn't even use either one of them. I was thinking about putting a light kit in here and putting some different molding in here, and putting some lights in here, which you could, and you know, you could very easily put some decorative molding in here and put some lights and some LED lights to shine some light up in there. But as it turned out, it looked so good without any lights in the end. I didn't think it justified any lights. So anyway, still taping, bedding, getting it finished closer and closer. Coming, got the door. This photo is kind of a messed up photo, but anyway, there's getting there. We're looking like a ceiling now. This is probably, we skipped over some of the texture. Okay, right here, I'm doing a knockdown texture on each on the ceilings, so that it's you can see it right here, which I put the mud on, then I put a bag and on my hand and a sponge and up and down and kind of made peaks on it, and then I knocked it down. So anyway, this is the ceiling fan. I've hung it up there. It doesn't have the blades on. It's still just basically new wiring up there, just getting it going, just have it hanging there. So here it is. This is before it's been painted, still texturing. I didn't texture the coves. I kept the coves smooth. And of course, on your own particular ceiling, you can do it any way you want. Got the blades on. I think we're getting painted now. Here's the entertainment center still there. Finally got it uncovered. Got starting to get some of the stuff back, looking like a room now. So we've got everything's painted, putting things back in place. The ceiling fan's up, looks good. Entertainment center in place. As you can see, that we painted it. I think we wound up with an antique white here, and then we used an almond. I think we used an almond here, a natural almond. And then on the actual cove part, I tried to get a paint that I thought would really work good, and it just looks so good just with the natural tape and bed, that I just kept it. I didn't even paint it. So you could paint that any color you want. You could paint any scheme you wanted, but this has got 1, 2, 3 colors. So it turned out really good. Ceiling fan looks great. This ceiling fan's about I guess it's about 3 feet. It's a Casablanca. I think it's a New Orleans. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's New Orleans. But anyway, I bought it, this is 2020. I bought it probably 40 years ago. And when I bought it, I think I paid $800 for it. So I've been carrying it around for many years. I haven't ever had a ceiling. I had a ceiling in it a long time ago that it was on a house, but it's been in a box for 20 years. Just now I got it back, hanging back up. It's got 4 blades. It's a really nice ceiling fan. Anyway, this is the stairs back up here, coving there. Got the, this is probably one of the better pictures of the completed project. There's one with a lot of good light on it, and there's the last one. So that's how it all turned out. So of course, subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, that's okay. I'll try to put another video. I've got another ceiling that I've done that is a kind of a angled tray ceiling that I did in a bathroom that's pretty neat. But this one is definitely worth the time and the effort if you have a living room and you know, our house isn't a huge house, but when you walk into the living room now, it makes a grand statement to your living room. And you can make these any size, and you know, you have a lot of space up in the attic in some houses that you can pick up that space and really put a nice looking ceiling in. It's a project that's well worth it compared to if you spend what, $6,000 or $7,000 on a fence to fence your backyard around, and you can put in a nice tray ceiling or cove ceiling for way less money than that and have something that you'll appreciate for years and years and years, where the fence after 10 years it's going to look like an old cruddy fence because the sun's going to beat it up. Anyway, subscribe, have a great day, God bless you, and keep walking with Jesus.